The videos posted to YouTube by opposition activists continue to show how the battlefield there is becoming more intense, more complicated, and more inexplicably violent by the day. Rebel fighters are to a certain degree growing ever so slightly more sophisticated in their tactics when it comes to attacking the regime, but the regime at the same time becoming even more brutal when it comes to pounding opposition strongholds. The violence inside Syria does not discriminate. We're talking about a death toll that is at least 100,000 and counting, amongst them many children, the innocent young victims of this war. We have millions of people who have been internally displaced, refugees in Syria's neighboring countries, families who have been forced to leave everything behind, their homes, their livelihoods, in many cases their loved ones, and often, only too often, their dignity as well. It is an unbearable existence when you speak to so many of these refugees, and all of this is happening, they say, on today's global leaders' watch. They do bear about as much responsibility as the Assad regime itself does. That's what we keep hearing from so many of the victims of this inexplicably brutal war. And they say that the debate right now is not just about whether or not there was an alleged chemical attack by the Assad regime. It's about the growing death toll. It's about the fact that global leaders have to date failed to coherently come together, put their own individual interests aside, and try to find some sort of plan, at least an effort to try to help Syria move forward out of this current war that it is finding itself in. The battlefield has changed and morphed so much over the last 2 years that the sad reality is that with or without a U.S. strike, the dynamics inside Syria mean that this war is going to go on for quite some time. And while the world continues to watch from the sidelines and effectively continues to fail the Syrian people, they continue to bear the brunt of the violence. Arwa Damon, CNN, Beirut.